Alright everybody, it is I, Xilestar, and today we are back for some more Diablo 3. We are continuing on with where we last left off. I don't remember what it was. Okay, so we just need to... Cosmodan, okay. I'm hoping that this is where we were, because I think I got to a point where we could,
This
like...
is where Asmodan's evil thrives and festers, but not for long.
Well, if you're just gonna talk, then... Yeah, so I think I got all the way up to here, and then I'm like, okay, that's it for this section, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and talk about other stuff, because the game's not... It's not that fun or anything like that. It's more so that, like, there's not really much that I could talk about, like, oh yeah, this is what our build's gonna be. It's like, no, I don't really care for that too much.
Not enough essence.
So I'm mostly going to talk about the channel, because I really mostly just want to talk about that for the most part. It seems like it would be the most optimal thing, or at least like what is going to happen to this slot for the channel. So if you're here for Diablo 3, I'm pretty sure you could probably mostly just mute the game, like you can just mute and you'll probably just end up seeing anything. But if you're a subscriber to the channel, or at the very least you're thinking of subscribing, allow me to say that if you're just a returning one. Anyway, so I am thinking of a new series to take over for this slot later on. It's going to kind of originally going to go under the Pokemon slot, but then it has a rotation for a little bit, just until a slot from here has been fully utilized. So like, so let's say when Diablo 3 is done, we're gonna have a new Nintendo Switch title, not just this. I almost want to like put an identifier to show like what version of Diablo 3 I'm using, so that I don't get anything like, oh, how are you using a console controller for PC even though there's no integration for it. I mean, I am thinking of that, but like, I don't really think it matters, because like at the first session, I think I said I was on the Nintendo Switch, so it's fine. But as I've noticed through like my channel specifically, I'm only going by this, even though I've seen it in many other channels that are much bigger than mine. A lot of the first episode of the series kind of thing are usually like less views than like the middle of it, which is always confused to me. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. So I'm not going to reveal what that series is, because it might not even happen for a while, and I'd rather have it as a surprise.
We are nearly done. Asmodan will die by our hands.
Okay. Is Asmodan? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, so like this, well, this series won't see a difference, to be fair. So this one will probably most likely just be on the back, well, not back burner, but right where it is. It's not going to move. But the other series that's hitting its slot kind of thing, Circlecraft might take a hit. I'll go more on topic on that one when it comes to it. I think we're just hitting session 5 being uploaded, and there's 7 sessions in total, so it's going to be a while before more up-to-date news will happen. So yeah, so just so you're aware, that is a thing. Okay, so let's just continue on with the game then. I was gonna say, there is a boss battle here, I think.
Nephilim fool, when the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the 7 shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of all hells, the prime evil.
Cool, man. Too bad that's not gonna happen, because I have my skeleton mages that are gonna kick you out.
Arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feed enough. The dark power of hell. Arrogant Nephilim, my enough. The dark power of hell. Arrogant Nephilim, my servant.
My essence is too low.
Well. Hey, I was looting. Anyway.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah. Trap Azmodan's essence within the Soul Stone.
It's done.
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter. There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
Yeah, we were pretty much done. Like, I understand that, like, yeah, so, like, we were almost done. Like, we were literally at the end of the area, and it only took, like, what? According to my stopwatch right now, it took us about 7 minutes to do. Now, I could have technically probably have recorded for about a few extra minutes for the last session, but I didn't feel like doing that, because I needed to record other stuff too, so, yeah.
An incredible victory. I knew Azmodan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Where are Adria, Leah, and Tyrael?
They are all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them.
I don't think they're celebrating anything, to be fair.
I'm afraid not.
Alright, let's see here. Better pauldron. We do have, like, I think a level 10 ring still equipped, right? Or did I get rid of that already? I did get rid of that, okay. I couldn't remember if I did or not. Just want to take a look at everything else. Okay, is this a... Okay, let's hope that this is a ring that I would actually like. Big money, no whammies. What is this? Your damage reduction is increased by 0.9 for every 1% of life you're missing. Okay, that's like... So pretty much every 1% of life you're missing, you gain like a 1% damage reduction, pretty much. I know it's not what it says, but it can probably go as high as that. Okay, that's not too bad. Everything else is stronger than this one, right? Resist all elements. I like that though. Ooh. Let's see here. Yeah, you can get rid of that. Oh wait. Go back again. Yeah, so anytime that you're gonna see like any error or like any like sort of jump cuts kind of thing, for this series in general, just any Nintendo Switch series in general, just know that there's nothing wrong with the footage. It's not like anything's broken. It's that I accidentally clicked the home menu for the Nintendo Switch and quickly like changed back, but still, it's still there, right? So there's that. Anyway, let's continue on. I thought they were down here. Oh, wait, what happened here? Wait. I thought that was... Okay, what's going on over here?
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself. And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel.
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me. I am the prime evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me. The utter destruction of the high heavens.
Alright, so let's go in to heaven. But entering here, we enter to the next act, which is the final one of the base game of Diablo 3. There is an extra act after that, but it is a part of one of the DLCs, which is technically a part of the Diablo 3 version that I have. Alright, let's continue onward. Okay, anytime now.
Even in the heart of heaven, angels can still feel fear.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me, no matter what form you choose to wear. Let your true self be revealed. Diablo.
War ends today. Imperious.
belong to Diablo. And he is reborn, more powerful than ever. The heavens were his true target all this time. And now the angels stand on the brink of annihilation.
Heavens, what have we done?
Alright, unmuted myself. Just gonna double check. Second. Yep, alright. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Alright, we got our first waypoint for Act 4. Nice, nice. I don't think... Oh, no, wait, you can go back to Bastion Keep. Okay. I was like, I don't know if you can go back and...
Imperious,
Do
you
things.
cannot
Okay.
mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael.
How is it his fault?
And you, Nephilim. Look below and see what your kind has wrought.
What are you talking about?
The aspect of valor condemns us. This will be difficult.
Well, he's a fool. Oops.
The
Well,
diamond
Tyrael's dead.
gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens.
Okay.
Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
How?
You could not have foreseen it.
True.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
Demons manipulate angels and humans alike. I can assure you of that.
True.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
No.
Dire tidings indeed.
No, we're Nephilim. We can do it. Oh.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought.
Cool.
It will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephilim.
I'd be surprised if he can destroy the Nephilim.
I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
Okay. And he's definitely gonna kill me if he vanishes.
My essence is too low.
Alrighty then. Just gonna go keep spinning around in circles.
The armies of hell will trample your corpses. The shades will devour your soul.
Yeah, so when I first played Diablo 3, I actually had a Crusader, not a Necromancer. I think I said this before, but I only got to as far as the beginning of Act 3 before I found out that my Crusader wasn't able to deal enough damage enough to actually finish the story.
I'm afraid not.
Every moment I delay here, I draw closer to my...
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I wanted to heal. My bad. Yeah, so, like, I ended up, going through, like, the entire game with a Crusader, and not really liking its damage, but I was able to go through the game without having really too much any, like, problems. Then Act 3 came along and destroyed that entirely for me.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate.
Okay.
It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate.
Cool.
But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
Ooh.
I would see the angels saved and the heavens restored.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Ariel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Rakanoth, the Lord of Despair.
Cool.
I will free her.
These are the Gardens of Hope. The Archangel Ariel cannot be far.
So yeah, so when I ended up seeing that like Act 3 was going to be a bother because I can't do enough damage, I decided to stop even playing that character until I got a better weapon. But then I thought of like, you know what, I might as well try like the other characters while I am on it. So the next one I thought of was Necromancer. So I said, hey, I think Necromancer would be kind of fun to play as. And later on, I slowly started increasing the said difficulty. I mean, for the Crusader, I started off with like the lowest difficulty, and I slowly worked my way up until like I only got like to the next stage of the difficulty. Because there was like no really point in me increasing it if I can't do enough damage. So I decided to just stop doing much of anything with that. Okay. So I think like after that I went, okay, I want to try like all the other ones, and I think I tried Necromancer first. Yeah. And then I got through like Act 1 and 2 within like, I don't want to say record time, but within like faster than what I did with Crusader. So I said, you know what, hey, that's perfect for me. I'm gonna go and like it up. So you know what, I want to see how far this goes. So I went to Act 3 and I was breezing through Act 3 like it was almost nothing. Like barely anything was even hitting me, blah, and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, like I think at one point I think I even increased the difficulty to this stage, and I didn't die. I don't think I ever died, or I only died at the Butcher because I did not anticipate him doing a lot of damage at my level. Other than that, I don't think I've ever died on that. Now, I think I did die earlier on this character. That was probably because I wasn't anticipating something. But then once I got to like Act 3 and Act 4 and I started being able to upgrade my weapons, I found one that was actually kind of perfect. It was a level 60 something or level 50 odd weapon that had it was a legendary weapon. I'll get back to it after this.
You think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
Ow. No, buddy. That hurt a lot. Ow. Alright. Alright. Yeah, so I had like a level 50 some odd weapon that was like, you can use it as a level 40 weapon. It's a lot of, it's mostly geared towards, I think it's legendary weapons that have it. It might happen to, I'm not really good at rarities in this game. I just call it like yellow rarity.
Armies flow through the hell rifts. Heaven will be destroyed long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
Cool.
I cannot do that.
Oops, wrong button. Yeah, so like, if you go under here, like if you look at that blood-tied blade, there would be like a secondary thing on it that would say, what is it? It would say, why can't my brain wrap around it? It would say like, level requirement has been reduced by like a certain number, and I think the maximum is like 15, I think. So pretty much like that's what my weapon ended up having, was like not 15, but it had like 9 or something like that. So my Crusader was like, hey, I can use that. And the only thing is that it was boosting its intelligence rather than its endurance or strength or whatever it needed.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
How strange.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
Wookie.
We will not fail you.
What happened?
I have found Ariel, the Archangel of Hope. With her aid, the high heavens may yet prevail. Though Tyrael is still lost, Diablo's presence has scarred these halls, and a battle rages on within his infernal portals.
Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, now we can just beat them up now. As if they were just a creature.
The corruption was strongest northeast of here.
Look upon these gardens. Now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
Okay then. Now, in case you were ever wondering this, just in case, are you thinking of playing...
The Angelus Council is comprised of the 5 archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation: valor, justice, hope, faith, and wisdom.
Alright. Am I ever thinking of recording Diablo 2 Resurrected or whatever it is? I don't know the name. I think I've seen a bunch of video titles that. Not right away.
I cannot do that.
So, you approach the Oculus with the aim to destroy it. You will not succeed.
Well done, Nephilim. Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
Can I please essence grab all these stuff? Thank you. Thank you.
That is not the only hell rift. The flow of my legions will not stop.
In the Silver City, grabs a random weapon out of a rack. It's that. Yeah. So about the Diablo 2. No, I will not be playing it right off the bat. Because probably by the time, if it's already out even, because by the time that this game is even finished or is even close to being finished, that's not happening. So yeah. But something that will end up being a difference for a while at the very least. I don't know if it's going to actually interfere with a lot of things. I don't really think it will. And because the game is going to be brand new, it's going to be pretty helpful.
I'm afraid not.
I'm very hopeful of its success for the channel.
I require a corpse for that.
So when Brilliant Diamond and I can never remember what pearls is supposed to be. Spatial Pearl, I think. I don't remember. So when they come out, of course I'll be doing as much as I can of that.
Weakness consumes you.
I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and beat it day one. It's not gonna happen. I can already tell you that. Depending on when it comes out, it's not going to happen. But I'm gonna give it my all. yeah. Ooh, we got a new transmog. Nice. Sure, why not? Oh, 5 is nothing? Okay. Well, alright. Anyway. So yeah, so when Brilliant Diamond comes out, it will technically put all other series on hold. As per like what I have established for the channel already, when a new DLC for a game that I've already done recordings for, or future recordings. I don't know how Borderlands 3 worked. I think I wanted to do the DLC before I started the series, maybe. I'm not quite sure. But since I got the DLC with my expansion kind of thing, I might as well recorded it, so that's probably what that was for. That's probably how it happened. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so when Brilliant Diamond comes around, it's going to occupy a lot of the uploading slots. Don't get me wrong, that is going to be the case. I'm going to be trying to do I'm going to try and get a video out day 1, depending on when it comes out in my time. Depending on when it comes out in Eastern time. If it's like Crown Tundra... By the way, I was angry when Crown Tundra came out. It came out literally... It did come out day 1, or I kind of had to do it like a day after it came out because it came out literally... It's supposed to come out the day that I wanted to record it, but it didn't, and I was angry that it didn't. So I decided to just come out whenever I wanted. So it came out the next... Or it came out late that night when I wasn't recording. Mind you, I could have stayed up and recorded it, but I would have had no energy to actually end up talking or doing anything with the whole thing, so I decided to just, you know what, wait till the next day and then do the video. And that's exactly what I did. Is there nothing over here? Was that literally nothing? That was just for free experience, apparently. My bad.
Possible.
Cool. But yeah, so Brilliant Diamond will definitely take over the slot for this, for everything, to be fair. But I think for more of a permanent, not permanent, but like more of a temporary sort of thing after, I think what I did with Crown Tundra and technically the Borderlands 3 DLC, I ended up making it take over, like it's day 1 sort of cycle and it's day 2 cycle for the session, because I of course for the first day, or technically for the first session, for something that's brand new, I usually record about 4 episodes worth, just so I can actually, so it's easier to edit and so it's easier to get the videos out there. So at worst case scenario, it takes about, what, 2 hours to get those kinds of videos out. So if, let's say, BSP comes out, I think right when Sword and Shield came out, because I think I woke up at like 5 in the morning where I am, and it was already there and I just started playing it. So if it's something like that, I'll definitely try and, I'll push it to like 2 hours. I'll definitely push it for 2 hours. Now, normally if it's a series, I would always go for the first session to be 10, but I think trying to push it to 8 is even going hard enough for a new thing. Especially since for the Borderlands 3 DLC, I think, and for the, not just that, what's the other one? The Borderlands 3 DLC and what's the other game?
Themselves could be turned by Diablo's evil if it is not vanquished soon. That would be a dread fate indeed.
Oh, Crown Tundra, that was it. Yeah, so both the DLCs, like, of course, the first episode I tried 4, and then I literally... This is not actually a joke either. When I was letting the Crown Tundra render, I was gimmicking around with the save file. Well, not really the save file, like I was PKXing everything or anything like that, or editing my save or anything like that. No, I was like fooling around on it, probably beating up wild Pokemon kind of thing. I was rendering. The thing I love about rendering certain videos in general, like depending on the game, it takes longer than you would normally think, and other times it doesn't. Like for Diablo 3, for instance, each and every one of those videos, by the way, the 16-minute, 17-minute, whatever they are, those ones I'm always very surprised of how long they actually take to render specifically. Like they always take around 20 to about 30 minutes, give or take, to render for a 16-minute video. Now, I just chalk this up as Diablo 3 has something with its like art style or something like that that makes like my editing software go, well, we don't really like this anymore.
Must serve the cycle.
No, we don't like this game as much. It's going to take you a lot longer. Now, I remember doing, trying to edit before,
I need essence.
like a long time ago, for a friend, because his computer was really bad, and so I said, well, since I have 2 computers, I will just use my better one to go and edit for videos kind of thing. His style was similar to mine, and I ended up going with as much as I can, and it took around 2 hours to render a like 16-minute video. 16 minutes. It took 2 hours. Now you could probably chop it up to how I did everything, but yeah. So he was recording videos with Fraps, which was a very old software that used to, it's not really the word for it, but that was used to record a lot of videos back in the old YouTube days in like, I want to say 08, no 08, maybe like early 2010s kind of thing. It was used to record videos and such. Or that's what it was mainly used for, was recording videos back in those times.
No.
But if you're new to how Fraps was, allow me to explain.
Weakness consumes you.
So he literally had to come to like my house with like a huge honking drive. And I said, what's this? He goes, oh, that's my videos. And I'm like, what? So he hands me the drive, and I go, okay, so how big is it? He goes, oh, it's about 300 gigs. And I'm like, what videos did you do? He goes, oh, well, you know, typical YouTube stuff. And I went, like, you're joking, right? So Fraps was technically, I don't know if it was made for it, but I think it was more of like a extra feature kind of thing, where it can record games and such, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it's a good feature to have. But I think it gave you huge file sizes, and it was very inconsistent.
Closer to victory.
Oops. Why is it that I can skip with that button? Is there a setting I can put that I can just make it so I can't skip it? Is there a setting I can do to not skip it? No, it doesn't really look like it. Your video? No. Sound? Nope. Oops. Here we go, click. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it, okay. Interesting.
The demons come from Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway must be shut.
Yeah, so like each and every like file that it would produce, it would have a cap of about 4 gigs, so you know it's not going to go over that per file. So that's the good thing. That's the good news about it. You know, it has its own limits, which is good. You want a program to know exactly when its limits are, and you obviously don't want it to be too high either, because then that means that most programs, if they want to run this, especially on Windows, they're not gonna like over like 20 gigs of footage kind of thing. So that's good. The problem was that this 4 gigs of footage, it would be hard capped at around 2 to about 5 minutes of whatever you're doing, depending on the game or depending on what you're recording kind of thing.
I'm afraid not.
So, you know, don't get too comfortable in thinking that you're going to be able to record like I do for this.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
Okay.
The Hell Rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror.
Okay. I don't know if I need to go here or not, but I'm gonna go here anyway. Oh, I didn't count. Okay. Doesn't matter. No enemies, interesting. I would have expected some enemies here.
Spoke of the heavens, but I never realized how glorious they truly were.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so with the file sizes,
I cannot do that.
so big, but not only like as a huge file size, but they were all in these 2 and 3 minute like videos kind of thing, and I didn't know of any editing software that could actually end up doing it. So I had one lying around. I forget even what I had to install that would include it. I don't even remember, but it was called Windows Movie Maker. Now, or just Movie Maker in general. I don't know. Maybe it was like MSN or something. I don't know. Anyway, So I had this program called Windows Movie Maker. Now, what you can do with that program was that you can drag and drop any video or pictures, because it was used to, you can use it to make collages kind of thing. Or slideshows, technically. And you can drag and drop your videos, and what would happen is that what my current editing software now does is it calls it snapping. So you can like snap the video footage together almost as if like it's seamless transition kind of thing.
Tyrael.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory. But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire. I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
I knew you would understand with time.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna wait till.
Your kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
I'd like to see you try.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than Tyrael foresaw.
Cool.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo before he reaches the crystal arch above us.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was talking about before. So yeah, so I used this program called Windows Movie Maker. It had the functionality like what my current editing software calls snapping. So pretty much what ended up happening is that you can drag and drop video clips.
Diablo is readying his final blow against the high heavens. A devastating act that will disrupt the balance beyond all remedy. Tyrael and I must find a way to save both of our realms.
Can I finally get to just saying this? It's quick.
Corruption is thicker here.
Oh my god, shut up. I am done with this. So yeah, so pretty much I would use the... Come on, seriously.
How does it feel, knowing you helped me become the prime evil? For all your mighty deeds, all you really accomplished was unleashing me upon the world. Some savior you are, Nephilim.
Leah, no!
Alright, so pretty much like it would make it easier for me to do the videos since the snapping made it look so simple for me to do, so I decided to just use that as the basis for just getting those smaller clips into a bigger video, so it's much easier to throw it into a different editing software that I had lying around. So pretty much I ended up using Movie Maker to turn those 2-3 minute clips of varied durations into one video that was still within varied durations depending on which ones was which, but at the very least it was all under one video clip rather than just in 5 separate like 4 or 5 separate ones kind of thing. So while I ended up doing that, it took about 40-50 minutes give or take depending on how bad the video was kind of thing, in terms of like how many different clips there was kind of thing. And then after that I would send it into a different editing program, I forget the name of it, and I would send it into there almost just as is and made it run through that. The reason why I had to go through the second one was because even after Movie Maker does its thing, it turns what would normally be about a 16 to about 20 gigabyte video clips into about what was it? It was around like 4 or 5 gigabytes at the end of it. That's still way too long for what it needs to be. So I decided to run through a different editing program. Didn't change any of the settings of the video or anything like that, but made it run through that, as this one I found actually decreases the actual capacity of the amount of size that the video was. So I decided to make it go run through that, and then all of a sudden, it turns from 5 or 6 gigabytes. I think the max I've seen it be is about 10 gigabytes, down to like 1 gigabyte or even less than that. And that process took an extra hour. So pretty much per 16-minute video or whatever it was, that took 2 hours to edit. And I don't even think it wanted me to actually take anything out. It was mostly just, hey, just put these together. Because for him, it took like 2-3 hours.
Forsook my home to see it again like this. Any joy I might have had is replaced with sorrow.
Cool.
Upwards. We must make it to the summit.
Yep.
Diablo is climbing the spire to the Crystal Arch. We must hurry.
I don't know this person, do I?
How could you convince my own husband to kill me? I could have been safe, but you made him cut me down.
What? Okay. Wait, did it drop anything? If it did, then I already picked it up good. But yes, I just wanted to get that editing story out of the way because I'm really happy with this computer. I only need to, since I only use since I use OBS, all the video like that you're seeing right now is all in one file. And that one file, depending on the game, I'm not saying that's perfect. Depending on the game, it can get very big size, like a very big video size or whatever. It doesn't. I don't think Nintendo Switch games it even like took a lot. But like even like the longest running videos for the channel though, they don't really take that long to, like they weren't really that big whenever I put them into that as well. Like I'm trying to remember how long it took, and yet like it's within the realm of reason kind of thing for me. So when I go through a video, so like let's say I go through and this one's being, for lack of a better word, chopped from the original footage kind of thing. For lack of a better term kind of thing. And this gets chopped from the original footage. What I go through is I go through a certain thing where I'm like, okay, so by it taking away the footage, or this piece of footage, depending on how long it is, so normally it's 16 minutes, so if I go and trying to make a 16-minute video, editing, especially with this computer, should only take about 32 minutes, and that's being very generous. So far, only one session has actually like taken that to the extreme, where it took a little bit over double the duration. For not spoiling it, there's actually a very good reason for that, though, so I'm not really too angry about it. I've had a lot of issues with this session in particular, especially for throwing it together, so I'm hoping that
angels striding through these halls in all their majesty. We thought ourselves the masters of all creation. Our arrogance was our downfall.
Yep. I think you're the masters of all creation, man. But yeah, so like, so that's just more of like a little bit of an editing tidbit for you guys kind of thing as well. For at least for how I do it kind of thing. Mind you, I'm not saying like I'm a master editor or anything like that. Like I can edit like good now. But I try and do what I can. If there was anything like a cutscene, or not cutscene, but if there's like anything like a loading screen that's taking too long or whatever, sure, I'll cut the footage or whatever, because obviously you don't want to sit there for like 3 minutes when like, okay, we're waiting kind of thing. But like, I'll definitely try and edit as much as I can for certain functions. Like, I could definitely say for like Oblivion, every time I alt-tab, at least for now, anytime I alt-tab to try and find out if I'm actually recording and stuff like that, I try and do that at the beginning before I do my intro kind of thing. But if I actually go and do... sorry, just trying to figure out where I've been. So like before I do my intro, I'll tab and I'll try and figure out if I'm actually recording, because
this world can abide you no longer.
Because there's like no indicator for me, at least, to know if I'm recording if I'm playing full screen. If I was playing on a small window, geez, it would be easy. Or if I had an actual double monitor or something like that. Now there is something I want to try, but I'm almost, I don't want to say scared, but I'm almost like I don't know if it's gonna ruin anything, because you can, or if like OBS or whatever is not gonna like it because like of the way I have to do it. But for the most part, yeah, so I'm still trying to get everything else set up.
Thorough here than it was in the gardens. So much more complete. Diablo knows the spire is the heart of the high heavens.
Okay. But yeah, like I'm trying to where am I? Okay.
Wait, there is something different here.
Now, you mean the pillars are collapsing? Yeah, I can already tell that. What are you talking about this?
It seems we've both fallen from grace, Tyrael. Come, embrace your former lieutenant.
The betrayer. I mean, did he willingly betray, or did he just...
Kill the pen will sap the life from your bones.
Come on.
You failed again, Tyrael. The corruption cannot be stopped. Look beneath you and see the ruin of heaven.
My bag is full.
Okay. Okay.
I need to go back.
Alright, give me a second. Alright, so let's see here. Anything good? No. I don't like the fact that a lot of them have like heavy negatives on one end. Do you get anything good? Oh. Nope, not what I meant to use. It's this one, right? Yeah, okay.
You're too kind.
Seriously, game? There we go. Alright, let's see here. There you go. Alright. There you go. Alright. Got another teleport. Nice.
It is not far now. I only hope we are not too late.
The Anger's Council is no better than the prime evils themselves. We are just pawns in their cruel games. And now you help the worst of them all.
Cain would never say that.
Wait, how do you know? You never met him. Or maybe you did. Maybe you probably met him at his younger years. I don't know. But technically, you weren't a part of our party.
That is not possible.
Or maybe Leah talked to her about him a lot. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past her to be good. Anyway, yeah, I think I was done with that little talk, I think. The other thing that I want to say is a little bit about the new series. I have been planning it for a while. I've had a few issues with it. Those issues are now gone, as I figured out what the problem was and found solutions. I've also asked the more generalized help kind of thing, and or I contacted their support kind of thing, and they ended up helping me about it.
Diablo has wrought. If we do not stop him, this is the future of all creation.
So now I'm able to actually go and do it with much more efficiency than I was doing it before. So that's awesome. So, I know for a fact that this is actually already going to be uploaded way before anything else. So, this is probably definitely going to be before that's even shown. I've already started with the next Pokemon Essentials game. Not going to reveal it until the first episode's kind of released already, or it's on the back burner. I've already grown accustomed to uploading ahead of time. This is more of a precaution than anything. Just in case something bad happens. So I would much rather have it so to like, but I have been double checking everything. By the way, I noticed this later on. And I apologize for this. I actually did not notice it until a lot, well, I say a lot later on, but I know that's not really makes more sense. But later on, I noticed this, and I quickly fixed, well, not really fixed, but I quickly resolve the situation. But that still does not excuse, I don't want to say shame, because that's not really the right word. It's more of a, like an embarrassment that I did. So... So, I was uploading the complete series, so all of the ones that you would normally see as the full recording session, those get uploaded. Those are called completes, for lack of a better title. I upload those as is. So those ones are usually very little to not edited at all. Those ones are, for the most part, just the episode, like, as you would see it through those small videos, just as a bigger video, so you don't have to wait until it's, like... So they're more so like live streams kind of thing, like the VOD channels kind of thing. So...
Where did the Lord of Terror find these demons? Asmodan himself could not summon such a great force.
Prime evil. Diablo commands all 7 realms of hell. Every living demon must serve him.
Okay. Oops. Oh, I need to go up. That's right. Okay. So yeah, so like... I ended up uploading a part 2, or episode 2, however you want to kind of word it as, before episode 1. When I found that out, I quickly looked at it, and I found out that that was actually true. Because when I looked at my channel, I have at least one of my side channels that I use to watch YouTube rather than upload to YouTube as a subscriber, specifically just to find out what if videos are being uploaded at the right time. If not, I can quickly say like, oops, that's my fault, let me go fix that real quick. So when I found out that I uploaded part 2 of, I must feel like it's already out, Pokemon Yellow, when I uploaded session 2, but I automatically moved session 1 and 2 of Pokemon Yellow over to the archived. I looked at the upload and I'm like, I don't see part 1 here. So I kept on looking, and I'm like, I don't see part 1 at all. Where's part 1? Like, surely if I have like part 2, I should have part 1. So I'm looking through all of it, finding part 1. I searched up Pokemon Yellow Complete on my channel manager kind of thing. Can't find it. I found part 2, and every other Pokemon Complete ones were all Pokemon Red and Blue. So I thought, well, this is kind of weird. Why is it that, like, you know, I can only find part 2? Turns out I never uploaded part 1, but I thought I did.
Weakness consumes you.
I must have looked at a Pokemon Yellow session, or not a session, but I must have looked at a Pokemon Yellow video, thinking that it was part 1, and went, okay, so I need part 2 now. And so I uploaded part 2. Uh-oh.
Nephilim, I see you did not heed my warning. Or perhaps you think yourself strong enough to face me.
I come to kill another. Do not waste my time.
Imperius, stop this madness. Diablo is the enemy here, not the Nephilim.
Tyrael,
True.
I will deal with you soon enough. I will... What is this? No! Diablo has reached the arch!
Oh.
No. Diablo has begun extinguishing the Crystal Arch. That's why the angels have fallen. If its light should go out forever, we must defeat Diablo before that happens.
We stand together as mortals.
Diablo's vile corruption bars our path. Stand back. Eldruin's light shall clear the way.
Okay. It seems kind of weird though that the angels let him keep his weapon.
The gate has been opened, Nephilim. This last trial is yours alone.
Okay.
Thank you for leading me this far.
It was an honor, but this is the moment you were made for. This is the hour of mankind's victory.
Okay. Cool, cool. Alright, let's go.
I am trapped! You must keep going!
Oh no, but if I don't have the Enchantress to help me, how will I win? It's not like I have an army behind me or anything. Alright, Diablo. It's just me and you.
The 7 evils are one within me. I am Legion.
Cool. So we're gonna call you Legion now, right?
That is not possible.
What? How come I can't? That's not fair, dude. Okay, come on. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. That's what I tried to do, and it says that's not possible. It's not possible to make my skeletons go into a frenzy? Oh.
Let us see how you fare in my realm of terror.
No, not the realm of terror.
Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror.
Okay. Well, I have my skeletons, so this should be easier. Ish.
How tastes your fear, Nephilim?
Alright, come on. There we go. I'm gonna use this just so it's much easier, so we can get health over time. I wonder if my skeletons count towards the thing.
You shall never wake from this nightmare.
Just in case it's actually doing buff damage, which it looks like it is. Okay.
You cannot defeat you.
Oh, I can't actually, like...
No! This wretched light must be eradicated!
Okay.
All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Nephilim.
Well, first of all, you gotta kill me first. Get that essence now. Now, sit here, do that. Oh no, I'm trapped. Whatever will I do? There we go, there's the health button, okay. I'll split left trigger, not right trigger. Alright. There we go. Is it dead? Did he die? I don't know, because everything still keeps, like, attacking him for some reason. Oh, there you go. I think he's dead now. Just see a bunch of the things fall. Okay, do I have to actually talk to someone? Yeah, I have to talk to someone. Okay, good. Give me a second. Nope, not what I meant to do. Is that like the same thing that I have? Oh, that's like, okay, that is a scythe, okay. Let's see here, but now it costs 40 essence. Have I even been using that? Doesn't really matter, it's just stronger damage anyway, so yeah, I'll take that. Do I even use that skill? Bone Scythe? Or not a Bone Scythe, Bone Spear? No, right? I don't even know where that's under, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal anyway. Alright.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
Yay!
Evil retreats, but it does not die.
True.
Time will tell.
Sure, travel to the next act. But technically this will be the final if you're just playing normal Diablo 3. I'm guessing. Because I think the next one is a DLC, so yeah.
Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael.
will stop you.
No one can stop death.
The killing began in Westmarch. Of that I am sure. The angels have started a massacre, slaying all they find. I must see it with my own eyes and learn why they have come. There are many questions, and I have little time to act.
Alright. Final act, let's go.
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
Too many
It will be done. I
Oh,
swear.
Seriously? Is that even B? No, it's not even B, so it's technically shouldn't even be skipping the dialogue. No, it's Y, skip.
We're going to die.
Well, with that attitude.
She's coming to kill us all.
The gates.
Those gates are bound by a spell I cannot break.
Some enchantress you are now.
No. I cannot do that. No.
There we go. And now going into the sewers. Why is it always sewers? There we go, frenzy again. Going to a killing frenzy, man. Yeah, unfortunately, like, Necromancer is the one class that I absolutely adore having in this game. But the problem is that when I had to go back to my, when I went back to my Crusader or Paladin or whatever it's called,
Stop! Don't go out into the streets.
I don't really care, okay.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Are there other survivors?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoom Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
We'll see.
Yep, alright. So yeah, so when I went back to my,
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
okay.
They were only townsfolk.
Yeah, but like, when I went back to my Paladin or Crusader, I got so used to having skeletons on my side, though, that, like, I felt, like, weak whenever I had to keep, progressing through just myself and the follower, that I'm like, man, my damage output is not like my Necromancer is when I had all these other help. Like, sure, I summon skeleton mages normally, but, like, I have skeletons passively, right? So it's like, I got so used to that by the time I ended up switching back, I'm like, wow, I don't even want to play this anymore. I just want to go back to my Necromancer. Just level him up to like 70 and get a high Paragon level and all that stuff and just keep winning. Like I always
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
Like I already knew that Act 4 was going to be very short, but I didn't expect it to be like literally that short. Maybe it's because we're Necromancer, maybe it's because the area is really short, I don't know. But I definitely didn't expect it to be literally that short. Yeah, Tyrael.
I've never seen an attack like this. Why has Malthael unleashed his forces on Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
I agree.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared.
What is it?
Oh my...
Maiden! Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
No, I don't think so.
Afraid not.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
We must confront Malthael. Where is he?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
There are no other clues?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Okay.
Then you must remain here. I will do what I can for Westmarch.
Okay then.
What was that Death Maiden doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures.
Ooh.
A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Ooh.
This magic was not meant to be used so. I will not stand for it.
Okay, smithery, please, or smelt. I don't know. Don't really care. All right. First of all, let's go find out.
Angels do this to us.
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
Both, if you think of it that way. Let's see here. Nothing there. Nothing else in here. Okay. Wait, your damage goes up? Oh, it's just base damage. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, nothing else is going up, it looks like. Wait. Nothing else? Okay.
I will use this.
Let's just salvage everything. I don't really care about that stuff. Oh wait, over here.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
Dunkirk is just death and horror. I thought...
Alright.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the High Heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Alright, so there's something that I kind of wanted to hint at. Now that I'm thinking about it more clearly, I think it would be a brilliant idea. So what I'm kind of thinking about is that I'm going to add my other necromancer's equipment over to this one, but hold on, before anybody thinks that, like, oh, that would be cheating or whatever, blah blah blah, allow me to explain my reasoning for that. So the final boss of this DLC, what have you, however you want to kind of word it as, is very, very difficult. Trust me, when I first played this game specifically, I died at the final boss of this game. So, yeah, so I'm gonna add my
in one of those windows, but it was only the wind.
I'm just gonna go through here.
The attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add my my other necromancer's equipment, but we're only going to use it if we die to the final boss the first time. Now, believe me, this doesn't mean anything. Having like even like high-leveled equipment, or even being whatever.
Been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
Head to the Survivors' Enclave. You'll find safety there.
Okay. Oh, got a new shoulder. Nice. Never mind. I got a new shoulder and probably new gloves. Let's go. Oh no, they were all shoulders. Okay. This is gonna be stronger, right? Demon Hunter only. Wait, how is this? Oh, it's because it uses dexterity because it's a Demon Hunter thing. I see now. What does it say? Ignores durability loss. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so like I'm gonna go and add my other necromancer's armor and weapon kind of thing, and I'm gonna send it over here so I can show it off kind of thing. We're gonna try and get, I think, all of my things as close to what the other thing is as possible. I think I might have. No, Ricochet is that. No, what was the other one? It was this one's, right? Was osmosis? Yeah, it has to be osmosis, right? Your potion cooldown is reduced by 1 second. It would be that, right? Curse is separate. No. Each cursed enemy increases your life regeneration by that per second up to 20 enemies. There's this one. Although, to be fair, that actually sounds a lot nicer. So whenever cursed enemy dies, you're healed by 200% of your life per kill. See, that uses another statistic, and I don't really like that, so this is actually not that bad. So we'll switch to Osmosis Leech. Should be fine. You are Frenzy. Additionally consumes your minions for 10 essence per minion killed. Corpse. No, there was one that was like, you get an extra thing, right? Reduces all essence cost by 2% for 5 seconds. I guess that could be nice. We'll try that for now. That one's good because they leave a corpse when they die, which is exactly what we need. Let's see here. Stun. Set of spikes. Instead strikes, not instead spikes. So strikes to target and up to 2 nearby allies with huge bone pillars. Poison is a frost patch that reduces movement speed. Turns into cold damage. Now unleashes a line of spikes that deals 100% weapon damage. It's physical. Damage is increased by up to 100% for those further away. Now bleed. I might try this. Blood spikes? Let's try that. So now my thing heals me while also giving me essence? I can try this. Yeah. We'll save your friends.
This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is.
Much he can do, I'm afraid.
Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up. You should leave these petty matters behind. But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke.
I mean, they're not wrong, but like this would be the perfect time to get out of your king's grasp, but still, like, this is not the time or the place. Just worry about your safety, not like, oh, hey, let's go and run away from our king.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal. How did you come by this? Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
Yeah, so he appeased the rich folk instead of trying to appease everyone. Man, do I ever love the mages. Jeez, man. Like they're just breezing through everything, and I'm just like collecting the dust like from underneath them, which is hilarious.
Help us, please.
Did you guys try summoning a demon or something?
I can't thank you enough. You saved our lives.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, breaking these bookshelves is fun. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so in case anybody is wondering if doing Brilliant Diamond before I technically would have for the channel is going to actually ruin the rotation of the games, like I'm going to do Sword and Shield right after, no. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that I'm going to continue as if nothing ever happened kind of thing. The only thing is that I'm not going to do Brilliant Diamond again. I might do Spatial Pearl a lot later. But right now, I just want to do at least one of them. Now, I would technically put in the title Brilliant Diamond and Spatial Pearl, but I would much rather just put what game I'm getting, as I would not like to like confuse people later on when I go like Pokemon like a Spatial Pearl later on or whatever, or Brilliant Diamond or whatever. The reason why I'm saying this now is because like the reason why I don't want to confuse people is because like just in case it's like, hey, wait a minute, these are Brilliant Diamonds, like.
Believe will happen when you die.
I do not believe.
Like.
I know. But perhaps you will find it strange.
I think it would be like going to sleep once again. This time, I'm not awakened.
Okay. But yeah, like, so like that's the whole reason why I want to just put Brilliant Diamond. But I'm pretty sure like Special Pearl is probably going to be identical in certain ways. In certain ways, not completely, but certain ways. But yeah, so like I know like a lot of other sort of YouTubers or whatever you want to call them already have like their team composition for what they're going to do. I already have a plan of what I'm going to do, but I don't know exactly how it's going to work yet.
Reapers did not kill them. Who did? More corpses.
Can't do that. Alright. Not corpses I can take, apparently.
Death to the nobles! Just what are you doing? Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
Too many have already perished. Lay down your arms.
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Yeah. So yeah, so I'm going to go with the same rules for Brilliant Diamond. I'm going to go for the same rules as I tried to do or the same rules that I did with Pokemon Insurgents. By that I mean like by that I mean like I can only use one Pokemon per route. If there is a duplicate sort of thing, like let's say Route 1 has like Rattata and Pidgey, I can still catch both of them, but I can only use one of them. And for the next route, if there's still a Rattata or Pidgey, if I want, let's say I want Pidgey from my team or whatever, because it would be perfect, I have to catch it from that route specifically so I can use it. Because that's pretty much what I want for it.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them.
Okay.
Why this is happening. It's madness.
It's a battle. Lead your men to the survivors' enclave at the cathedral.
Okay. But yes, I'm going to do that. The other one is that I can only use potions during important battles if the other trainer has used them. So, like, even if I'm able to anticipate that the opponent's going to use, let's say, a super potion or whatever, I myself can't use it until that person specifically has used said potion or whatever. Mind you, that doesn't mean that I'm restricted to only using that potion specifically. I can use any potion I want. Like, I can, like, if the opponent uses super potion, I can use a hyper potion. Like, I'm not restricted by what my opponent uses. I'm just restricted to when I use it, to when my, like, important thing is. Usually, mostly I consider as, like, rivals and enemy team leaders or someone high-ranking kind of thing. Like, if we're talking about Brilliant Diamond, I think that's if they're bringing them back again. I guess the commanders, the head honcho kind of thing.
I'm afraid not.
But I think that's mostly it. I don't think there's really much else. Gym leaders as well get infected to that too. But mostly they're a little bit easier because of the fact that they actually use items. A lot of the enemy team leaders, for whatever reason, don't really like to use items nearly as much as the gym leaders do. Not saying the gym leaders are easy to beat by any means. Depending on which one it is, we're going to be running into maybe a few issues here and there. But other than that, nothing much.
That is not possible.
Okay. Yeah, these are usually the area. This is usually the area where I get a lot of experience. But yeah, like that's one of the rules. What's another one? So pretty much, if you've ever seen a Nuzlocke, it's kind of hard not to notice it. It's similar rules, except for I usually would much rather not have any Pokemon technically be permanently removed. Sometimes I get a little, I say little, but like I get like extremely reckless, and I'm like, ah, this thing can live, and then all of a sudden I get that, I'm like, oh, well, that's more of my fault. That's not really much of the game's fault. Like, I usually always think that my Pokemon are slightly better than they actually are.
They grieve that they could not see their loved ones buried.
But yeah, like, I'm trying to think of all the other rules too. Any special Pokemon, I think in terms of Pokemon Insurgents, it was much more clear, like Deltas kind of thing. But like this means like if they ever do end up bringing back Mega Evolution, I'm not expecting it, but I would love for it to come back because it was a lot more polished than Z moves and everything else, or it was a lot better of a mechanic. If they do ever bring it back, I can only have one Pokemon in the party that has that sort of like that has that sort of use. Like only one that can actually be Mega Evolved, or in terms of Sword and Shield, if I can only have one that I will use specifically for like Gigantamaxing kind of thing, or just have one in my party that has the capability of doing it. I think that's more so just in case, though it's not like, there's no, what do you call it, no overlap. So there's no confusion kind of thing of, which ones can and can't do the Gigantamaxing kind of thing. I mean, I've already gone through Sword and Shield with a few different kind of rules while I was replaying it over and over again to get multiple copies of Zamazenta and Zacians, specifically. The Zacians is mostly just to check different move pools kind of thing.
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
Okay then.
An ossuary.
So yeah, so I might redo all of that stuff again. The only problem is that I won't be able to do a lot of the normal stuff that I did before, as it'll definitely take me a really long time to actually go and do it. But hey, I'll try my best to go and do it. I mean, I've already done one. I already have like one challenge in mind that I want to do, but that's it.
The night embraces you.
So I want to see how well that goes, kind of thing. I already have a few challenges set aside for certain other games in the Pokemon series. As I said, we're going to be doing all of them. The ones that I would love to do, but I don't really know if there's even an audience for it, kind of thing, because they are really old games, and plus they're not really a part of the main series, but they're really fun games. I'm going to try my best to actually go... Not try my best, but I'm actually going to go and go through it. Hey. Oh, it no longer heals me. Oh no.
That is not possible.
There we go. Perfect. Oops. Oh, it still heals me, but it doesn't heal me a lot. Oh, okay. Right, there was a portal thing over here. Where did that go? Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, so like all these kind of cool challenges are going to be really interesting. I would love to do them for the Pokemon Essential games, but the problem is that I don't really know where to go for that. A lot of it is mostly going to be like, if they have their own sort of Pokemon that are not a part of the normal game, I can try and see if I could beat the entire game with those Pokemon specifically. But that's pretty much it. It's like the same thing with what I'll do with like the next new Pokemon game, so like Gen 9 kind of thing. I'll do the same challenges I think I later on changed into for like Sword and Shield.
Decay and rot.
I think for Sword and Shield, I think I originally was going to try and catch every Pokemon that I can. Oh, I know what the last condition is. Anyway, I originally was trying to catch all the Pokemon and then doing whatever I can with those said Pokemon. Then I think later on I changed my whole idea to I can only use Pokemon from that specific generation. So whatever is a part of like Gen 8 is all the Pokemon that I can actually use. Which made it much easier for me to end up thinking about everything. But then that I mostly just ended up switching to a Rillaboom only game because I ended up just using my starter for the most part. So changed a lot of what ended up happening. The other thing that ended up happening as well while I was going through... Nope. While I was going through... what was it? I think Sword and Shield was that, like, it kept giving me, like... Like, it kept giving me other Pokemon, and I... Like, it kept giving me, like, Gen 1 to, like, 8, or Gen 1 to, like, 7 Pokemon, and I'm like, no, I can't use those. But then at the end of the day, like, yeah, I only use, like, one Pokemon for the most part, and I only use, like, 2 different ones specifically, just because, like, those gens were much more difficult for me at that thing, and then I ended up just not even caring too much about it. Let me see here. The last sort of rule that I have is that I can only catch Pokemon with a Pokeball.
I had almost forgotten about that. It is just that I am so used to it now. It seemed so strange at the beginning.
What?
My dark heart.
No, not that. But I really should not say. It was told to me in confidence, after all.
Okay.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
That maiden is using the Crucible.
Alright. Yeah, so like, so we can only catch Pokemon and use Pokemon that are caught within a Pokeball. Now, the reason why is because, like, it's more of an iconic capture device in the game.
The darkness down upon yourself, mortal.
I'm afraid not.
Is that it? Oh, okay.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
Did you?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do it, but I'll try my best. Okay.
Malthael, he's watching you.
I mean, I did cause a lot of a stir.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
Alright. So what that means is, like, anytime we catch a Pokemon within a Pokeball...
join the rest of the survivors.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
Okay. Don't worry, my skeleton mages will keep you alive. I'm not even joking. Yeah, so like we can only catch Pokemon within a Pokeball. We can only use said Pokemon within a Pokeball. Now, if there is a mystery gift or anything during, I don't know, during the whole thing, and if it is not within a Pokeball, then we cannot use it during the Let's Play. Or playthrough, whatever, it doesn't matter.
The night embraces you. That is not possible.
Now, another thing that I wanted to mention as well. This is more of a rant kind of thing for Sword and Shield, so you've been warned pretty much. I would technically do it on the Sword and Shield video, but I don't have any that are being done right now, so yeah. So when Sword and Shield first came out, or at least when if you bought the dual collection kind of thing, you were given these specialized, I guess it's the better way of calling it, maybe special is more of the closest thing to it, I'm not quite sure, version of a wishing star that you have to go to the Dragon Spiral Tower thing, and you would be given this wishing star you're supposed to place onto that sort of den.
I'm afraid not.
And when you do so, you will be going into a Dynamax den against the Pokemon that you've chosen. Now, the Pokemon that I actually got this event. The two Pokemon that were there was a Larvitar and a Jangmo? I don't know. Something like that. So literally between those two Pokemon, you could be able to catch it within any kind of Pokeball you want. And I thought, from day one, I literally thought that events were going to be something similar to this. Where you were going to be able to catch the Pokemon in whatever Pokeball you wanted, and you're going to have a good time. And I thought, hey, that's going to be a really cool idea. Because it's going to be as close to what the original events in the old games used to be. Now, if you don't know this because you weren't there when Gen 3, Gen 4 were like literally the new games, events used to be actually interactable. Where, I'm trying to remember how they worked. I never got them, but I saw videos about them. Naval Rock, for instance, I think for Gen 3 was, I think, one of the ones that I saw that I thought I could literally get a hold of, but I couldn't because I never really went when they had that event out. But same idea, it would give you an item and you would be able to go to a random ferry. That ferry would take you to that location. When you go to said location.
You have much guilt over Leah's fate.
How do you know that name?
I see the past as well as the future.
Okay.
You must not let it consume you.
Thank you for telling me that. But yeah, like, they were very interactable, and you could go through this new area. I don't know if there was wild Pokemon. The person that I probably watched ended up using a Repel, so I'm not quite sure. But yeah, like, you're able to go through a new area that's not been explored yet, kind of thing, during the main game, and you can go through all of that. Now, if I'm able to go through, now if I'm able to, like, hack in or code it into my Let's Play kind of thing, or playthrough, for those games, I'll definitely do it just to show it off. But again, same idea though, like, mostly those ones were very interactable. Another one was Darkrise.
So dour. You have much to be joyful about.
I do not revel in joy as others do.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Okay. Yeah, so it's literally over here. So, like, a Darkrai was, like, you have to go to, like, a kid's house, and then you get, or you're supposed to get, like, a certain ticket, and then you go to a house, then you go to sleep, and then you get teleported to an island. And then once you go onto that said island, you then fight Darkrai, and then you actually fight him, or fight it, and then you can catch it into whatever Pokeball you wanted. See, this is what events should be. Not just, here's the Pokemon. Because that's not interactable at all. That just means you're just giving it to us.
My bag is full. I am returning to town.
I'm not saying don't not give us any Pokemon. I'm just saying though, like, don't just give us a Pokemon and go, yeah, good enough. That's not cool at all.
That is not possible.
Just looking for everything. For anything that might be better. But that's the thing that I hated about that. And when Sword and Shield showed off that, like, you can get Jangmo and all the other, and the Larvitar through dens, I thought they were literally going to start using dens for that kind of stuff. And I thought, hey, that's a cool idea. Because, you know, it's like paying an homage to the original ways of getting events. Then I found out that it's mostly Japan that's getting them. And not us. And I thought that was really, like, that was really sad, to be fair. Like, I understand that your main audience is in Japan, but seriously, come on, you guys could have done better than that. You guys could have literally just started giving us those same events. Literally, don't change anything. Just give us those events. But no, they decided to just not give us those events, and I feel bad because, like, I literally would have loved to have those events. Not saying that those Pokemon are actually, like, those are, like, my favorite Pokemon and I want them. No. It's just that I would have really liked to have that sort of interactability, like they used to have. I want to see what these pants are. Something better, please. Yes! When 3 or more enemies are within 12 yards, you release a foul stench that deals weapon damage as poison every second for 5 seconds. And he's within 15 yards. Wait. If 3 or more enemies are within 12 yards, you release poison damage for 5 seconds to enemies within 15 yards. Wouldn't it just be 12? Anyway. Who cares? It's fine. Wait a minute. Oops. Oh, it's up here. But yeah, like, I got really confused by that. Like, why would you have... Like, why would you have it so that, like, you have a den that... I don't even know if you can throw a normal wishing piece in it. I don't think so. I think it's literally for event-based ones. And then not release another event-based ones for your North American audience.
I heard you were in town, hero. Should have known you'd show up in time for a fight.
Okay. Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you add this sort of thing and then not...
Keep an eye out. If I know these bastards, they've got reinforcements.
Yeah, they have reinforcements, alright. I'm sorry for skipping your text. I don't know why that button literally does that. I don't mean to skip. I didn't even skip that. That was the game. There you go.
You're just as good as I remember, old friend. I'll be seeing you again soon.
Do you know him? I don't know. Mostly just trying to finish the story area for now. I'm hoping it's like over here or something.
Your death nears.
I'm hoping that this is the area. But yeah, but that kind of thing is like always like infuriated me, where they just hand give it to you. And I understand that they're using like a special Pokeball specifically called the Cherish Ball as like a special kind of Pokeball, that it was like the only thing that could contain like a mythical or a legendary Pokemon. But when it has the same catch rate as a normal Pokeball, if you were to ever actually obtain it, is really dumb, in my opinion. But not only that though, they don't even give us an option of just changing it to a different like kind of Pokeball design. Now, I understand for one thing, having shiny lock Pokemon for your game. I understand why Eternatus is shiny locked. But when you shiny lock your box legendary, or like the box legendary, to me it feels like infuriating, because if a person really wants to get that shiny Zacian or shiny Zamazenta that they can rename, they should be allowed to do that. So if you don't know, I think it was literally a week ago, I'm not quite sure. I know I got mine about a couple days ago. They finally released shiny Zamazenta and Zacian. Or Zacian, Zacian, I don't know. However you pronounce it, the sword doggo kind of thing. They released a shiny version of that, and they ended up giving everybody a Cherish Ball Zacian. Now, this doesn't infuriate me at all. It doesn't anger me at all that they did that. They can do whatever they want, it doesn't really matter. So I think it's like down here then I need to go. So them releasing that is not a huge deal in my opinion. If they want to release it that way, be my guest. I'm not too angry about that. What angers me is that you can't rename it at all. Now, if you don't know this, because it's a brand new, it's not. I don't want to say it's not well known, but it originally was well known. But maybe Sword and Shield is not really as well known for this. Originally, when you get a traded Pokemon, you cannot rename it at all. You cannot rename it no matter what you do. It is impossible to rename a traded Pokemon. With Sword and Shield, I think they added the ability for you to do so. But it's only once, right? So you only get one rename. After that, it's over. That's all well and good. The problem with... Okay, I need to go here. The problem with Sword and Shield specifically...
When it comes to dispatching Death's minions.
Thank you. The problem with Sword and Shield, the problem with those legendaries specifically, is that you cannot rename them. Now, this isn't the first legendary that they've done.
I'll just be waiting over here.
Okay. The other legendary that I'm talking about, I don't even know about the Zaruts yet. The other legendary that I'm talking about, though, is literally the G-Max Melmetal that originally was out. The G-Max Melmetal was another one that had that, like, sort of restriction as well. Not only did they add the restriction to the Melmetal specifically, but they also gave it the ability that it cannot be nicknamed at all. And not only that, instead of pretty much allowing us to G-Max our own Melmetals that have already been EV or IV trained or IV bred, EV trained and all that stuff. Did it just skip text again? Why? Anyway.
What was that wretched noise?
That would be Urzael.
And?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
I have that effect sometimes. Tyrael should hear of this.
Okay.
I need to go back.
Well, I might as well just go and uncraft everything and just finish my topic. So yeah, so like I'm mostly just furious about that. The fact that like they keep doing this thing.
Who said he isn't?
Like I'm just really angry about that, to be fair. Like they have all of this like amazing stuff that they're doing in Japan, but yet they're not bringing it over to like North America, and yet like the ones we're getting is here's your legendary. Okay. Do we get a cool storyline to go and, you know, catch the thing? Nope. We're just going to give it to you. Okay, but that's not what we want. We want to be able to actually, like, you know, interact with the game in order to do it. Nope, you don't get that. Really infuriating. So, that is going to be it for now. Next time, we will probably finish the game. I am not quite sure. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time for some more Diablo 3.